Well, we're up. We're back, I think.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep talking. We do see that Dr. Orworm did go ahead and pick up the red mail, and is
Yep.
heading. What's that?
That was that key to Skull Woods that P-Train found up there.
Oh, so trash. We found more
Yep.
trash. But we do have Dr. Earworm heading into the pod. We do have 4 keys, so we theoretically could get majority of the items depending on how we route this. I think Dr. Earworm was deciding if they wanted to go into Eastern or not. Decided to go ahead and go into Pod. And we have the blind fight now with the Pun Master. Blind himself. This is a scripted fight if you do it properly, which is what P-Train is doing. Non-hits with any sword will take down Blind.
Yep. Blind is programmed to take a single point of damage from any weapon you hit him with, meaning that you have to hit him 9 times, even if you happen to have the gold sword on you.
Which, hey, Blonde actually has a gold sword on them.
Hey!
So.
I say the word and P-Train got the sword.
Oh, was that the big key to Meyer in Pod?
I missed it. I was focused on P-Train.
Yes, that was a big key to Meyer in Pod. Bowlock side.
No, I guess they can go into Meyer then. Yay.
So I do believe that. Oh, never mind. Ignore what I was about to say. There is going to be a check that will be orphaned. Depending on how Dr. Earworm decides to route this.
Due to the small key count.
Yeah, due to the small key count.
He's
Because
got...
we have 5 total now. Because Dr. Earworm didn't find one in the dungeon.
Yeah, he's got 2 keys, so we can check Harmless Hellway and the 3 chests off Dark Maze.
Oh, they're gonna hammer yump this. Hammer yump to the back. Ooh,
And there's our second key.
But that's the Hyrule Castle key, so that is the that opens up Dark Cross. So, but we don't really need that key. Crash key. Yes, we do have Dr. Earworm setting up for the hammer yump. And nothing in the second chest of Hyrule in Castle Tower. And there's another TR small for Dr. Earworm. And Dr. Earworm deciding not to do Eastern.
An interesting choice, assuming he doesn't have small keys according to the tracker. I was going to say, if he has the tools to beat it, he may as well.
Yeah, I mean, they can go ahead and get the the 4 small chests in there. But at the same time, we have Dr. Earworm does have 2 dungeons that they can actually beat. Oh, P-Train's trying to do the hover clip, but did fall. That's always a beautiful thing to see, is that hover clip there.
Hovering in general in this game is a thing of beauty. Nicely done, nicely done.
It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, P-Train's gonna go ahead and head back to the back of Pod here. Dr. Earworm's gonna actually be able to complete Mystery Mire. Ooh, very nice first room there for Dr. Earworm.
Accidentally flipping the crystal switch, have to poke it a couple more times.
Oh no, I thought P-Train got the bomb on the first try over there, but I guess not. Let's see if P-Train will go into, will they go into, nope. They are mirroring and probably going to flute away. There's a question in chat. Can Castle Tower small key be in GT? Yes. Yes, it can.
You hate to see it, but it can be.
Yeah, especially when you find the post-mortem chest. So our runners are yet again in the same dungeon. P-Train is one dungeon ahead though, having cleared Thieves Town. But P-Train did leave an item in the big chest. So there is one item that is still unaccounted for in Thieves Town.
And that knowledge is going to haunt our runners for a little bit. Potentially through the rest of the seed, but it happens.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we need, item-wise, is hammer. Hammer is 100% required in this seed because it's one all dungeons, but two it's hammer. But also we still are missing some pretty important keys. Namely the big key for Eastern, the big key for Pod. Those are the two that we need to be on the lookout for, and also the elusive Swamp Small and that elusive Castle Tower Small.
And what you just saw there was something called Spooky Glitch. It is a, and you saw it again from P-Train. The game has some very weird interaction with the Fire Rod Ancilla, the fire shot that comes off of it, and its effect can be displaced off of the screen that you're on if you set up certain other sprite values in very particular ways. It's very confusing, and honestly, I don't really know that much about it. But if you do it right, you can save a minor but not insignificant amount of time in Mr. Meyer by not having to find the crystal switch and hit it every time.
Hey, every second counts when you're in the middle of a race, okay?
No, I agree.
But I do know it does have to do with the altitude values. Because how you usually set it, or how majority of people set it up is you have to you have to go into Dark World with the bird at a certain altitude value, and that's how you trigger it. And there's other things too, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Sir in the chat is saying it says 8 seconds.
I will believe it. I thought with the flute to 6 that P-Train was going to go into Ice Palace. I was mistaken. They are not going to Ice Palace. Is this the Eastern play?
Looks to be.
From P-Train? Yeah. Here's Dark Cross from Dr. Earworm. This is where they will get their Ether Medallion. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and check the 2 chests that are inside Castle Tower. We know that they're insignificant, but Dr. Earworm has not been here yet, so they don't know that is insignificant.
Yep, he doesn't know, and never check counts.
Speaking of ice, I would love to see one of our runners go ahead and dip into ice. It is full clearable. Actually, we might. No, we have a small key. We're good. But would love to see one of our runners go ahead and go into Ice Palace.
Yep, we will get to see the famous icebreaker glitch, which cuts Ice Palace roughly in half.
You wanna know what will be evil? I know exactly why they're not going to Ice Palace right now. It's because we don't have a certain item. But know what will be evil? If that certain item is in the first check of Swamp.
Why must you do this?
What, do you not want to... Oh, there's our second Castle Tower key. Distraction.
Hey!
Yeah, here comes that ice play I was talking about. We don't have Hammer, so we can't clear it unless Hammer's in here, or Hammer's in the first check of Swamp. But we are quickly running out of locations that we can check.
And you hate seeing situations like this where your checks just dry up on you and you have no idea where to go. It is never fun.
Yeah, and this sea has been relatively quick as well. For being in all dungeons keys. The trickiness of having one item be what we need in a couple of keys as well.
Here's Icebreaker for us. The game, when you exit a door, pushes Link all the way out of the door until you hit the first available floor tile. But the Canis Memoria block has an interesting property where it extends the state of the door. That is the horizontal distance the game considers. Hey, there's Hammer. I should maybe not talk. But the Canis Memoria block extends the door state, meaning the game will push you further before you actually hit the floor. And in this case, it's just long enough to bridge the gap from the door to the wall. And so you just get pushed straight through the wall. And thereby, you're able to jump half the map.
Can we just say Hammerless Ice strikes again?
Yep. Hammerless Ice wins again, and that means that Keysanity is going to be able to go back for that item a little bit faster than Dr. Earworm is.
That also gives us our green pin. We need small key to Swamp. Once we have that small key to Swamp, we can check the item that we can go ahead and get green pinned it if we need it. Which there's not really any items we need. All we need are keys.
Yeah, the game is kind of sort of come down to a big old key hunt. And also P-Train getting bullied by Firebar.
And of course, the key we need, the keys that we need are the big keys to Eastern and Desert, and the small key for Swamp. Or Eastern and Pod, rather, and the small key for Swamp. What if the small key for Swamp is vanilla?
Again, why?
Speaking of Swamp, Dr. Earworm is heading directly in there.
That was a beautiful cold steer by P-Train. He bullied cold steer right into the corner, and it was just a few strikes.
Yeah, P-Train put cold steer in the corner, that's right. But that also gives P-Train the ability to open up the Pyramid Fairy.
Yes, and if the Pyramid Fairy has something interesting for us, that could put P-Train a pretty fair distance ahead, depending on what he finds.
Yeah, the first check in Swamp is just $5. Yeah, that's not being gotten today. And P-Train saying, you know what? Items in TR are much better than 2 items in Pyramid Fairy. We're going there.
I don't blame him. It's a good play. He's got everything he needs.
Not really a nightmare scenario, but this is the closest to nightmare scenario I can think of, which would be the big key to Pod is in TR. The big key to Eastern and the small key to the Swamp are in the top of GT in the Turtle Room.
Again,
sorry, I love playing hypotheticals because it can happen. We have to always be on the lookout for things that possibly could happen.
I mean, yeah, but there's hypotheticals, and then there's that.
And we have made bottle percent with that red goo there.
Hey.
There needs to be a mode called bottle percent. It really does.
A bottle hunt, I'd support it.
P-Train taking the rail ride and then gonna hook shot off and then just run up through Crystal Rollers.